like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who could bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GGD Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have yourself to blame, y'all. Cricket TV and they weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop until you get your mouth off LVBC. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, look in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yup, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got them banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
All right, you guys. So, man, appreciate everybody, man. All the overwhelming support, the love, all y'all tapping on in. If y'all can hear me, man, press 2. If you guys can hear me, I really appreciate all of you guys for showing love. Man, I just appreciate y'all, man. And we're going to get right into it. We're going to get right into it, you guys, and talk about this situation right here on your screen. But first, I want to shout out all the people, man, who have been hitting the Cash App, PayPal link that is pinned at the top, man. Bro, it's been so much support. It's crazy, bro. Amy Jefferson, I want to appreciate you. I can't believe I woke up this morning. It's like every single morning I wake up to at least like 10 people who sent donations overnight. And then all the people who are supporting during the show and just appreciating the fact that we coming in here every day giving the content and people appreciating my opinion, my point of view from this thing, man. I salute y'all. You know what I'm saying? I have an unpopular opinion in my circle, but I am convicted to stand on what I believe in. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that Sean Diddy Combs is a living, breathing scumbag. And I believe that the crimes that he committed, he should be put behind bars due to those crimes. When you treat people like shit, everyday working people, I ain't talking about niggas from the hood, I ain't talking about none of that stuff. I'm talking about everyday working people. You're beating people up, slapping people around, hitting girls with coat hangers, giving them concussions and stuff, man. That's crazy work, bro. That's crazy work, man. It's got to be a way that you treat people in life and a standard. You understand what I'm saying? And when you don't have no ethics, when you don't have no morals, it's crazy. But Elizabeth, I appreciate you with the Cash App, with the donation. Salute to you. She said you're doing a wonderful job, Ticket. Appreciate that. Sam Dennis, salute to you in the Cash App with the donation. He said, "What's up, Ticket fam? What's going on?" Keena, salute to you. You said, "What's your sign? I gotta know." I don't get into all that sign stuff. I don't be like, I'm not into all that. Like, I know a lot of people into psychics and stuff like that. I don't get into that stuff. I only believe in God. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Nicole, what's going on? Salute to you in the Cash App with the donation. Nicole come through with a $50 donation. And she says, "You don't know how much you've inspired my son, Ticket. Salute to you." Well, shout out to your son, you know? And I hope he's doing the right thing. I think it's, how should I say? I think that it's imperative that we have these youth, these young ones, learning the correct lessons in life and being pushed in the right direction and doing the right thing. I think that's imperative that we have that going on. You know what I'm saying? That needs to be going on. You know, you have to be doing what's right, in my opinion, in life. And when you do what's right, good things are going to happen to you. When you treat people bad, that bad energy is going to come back to you in your life. Olivia, I appreciate you and the Cash App with the donation. Salute to you. You understand? You came through with a $20 donation. I appreciate you for showing love to what I got going on. Leslie James, I appreciate you. Uh, in the Cash App with a donation. You came through with a $15 donation last night. I salute to you for that. Also, who's this right here? Oh yeah. Melissa Stewart, salute to you. You came through with $100 donation. I woke up, you got $100 donation in the Cash App. I appreciate you. You understand what I'm saying? And she says, okay, yeah. The video last night I did, yeah, with the chart. Yeah, let me put that on the screen. Yeah. So I did this video last night, and that's where everybody I think has been responding to. A lot of people show love, and I just put up some of the people who have been mentioned so far, as you get an idea of how the feds are really pushing this RICO thing now. You get an idea about it. And y'all smash the like button as y'all come on in, man. The like button is free. You're getting an idea about how the feds are, basically putting this thing together. You know what I'm saying? What the feds are doing is, like I said, they start to build a house and they put brick by brick by brick. You know what I mean? And that house has been, uh, you know, is starting to grow. And by the time you get to the end of this trial, it's going to be a huge, organization of people, witnesses, employees, doctors, conspirators, all these other things. You understand what I'm saying? And so again, you're gonna see all this stuff laid out. Right now, you're just on number one. But today, it's gonna get to other different aspects of this thing, man. It's gonna be, to me, it's gonna be, man, more explosive than what we already have seen. It's gonna be like that, right? And so you got George Kaplan. He's coming back today, and he's on first. And then he was already, giving up RICO information yesterday, talking about how he went and bought drugs for the man, talking about how he was setting up the freak offs for the illegal activity. He's talking about how he was doing this from state to state. You know what I mean? Talking about how Diddy was threatening his job, using blackmail against the guy. He used that against the other worker too. David James came out and said that Diddy used that video when he was Diddy bopping and stuff like that, and he had popped that Molly, he said, and drunk that drink. He said that Diddy said he was going to hold that against him. See, these are the different things. Then you had Cassie's mother, who Diddy extorted her and her father. The man has no honor, his dignity as a man. As a man, he have no ethics. You understand what I'm saying? Chloe, salute to you. You came through in the Cash App with a $50 donation as well. Salute to you. Um, she says simplest breakdown on YouTube, so I appreciate it. Sam Jr. with a $20 donation and a PayPal. Salute to you, brother. I salute you. And y'all smash that like button and share this video, man. Because today is going to be a crazy day in this situation. And I didn't even eat breakfast, y'all. I literally got up, washed my face, brushed my teeth. You understand what I'm saying? Had a few words with the shorty before she left out. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Right to this case. You know what I mean? So, it's just like I said before, man. It's all being laid out. You know what I mean? Destiny, I appreciate you. And the Cash App coming through with a $20 donation. And she said, lunch on me today. Take a salute to you. I appreciate that. That's real. That's real. Because see, I'm going to tell you something, man. And when people actually get up there and they put their money behind you, they show love to you, they support you, that makes you want to keep going and keep standing on business. You understand what I'm saying? If I felt a different way, I would say it. I would say it. You know? But the one thing I know, you understand? I'm not going to stand up for what I know is wrong. I'm not finna do that. When you're an honorable person and you see stuff like this, you see people who are citizens, just common citizens, just when you see common citizens subjected to getting beatings, that's wrong. Point blank, period. It ain't right. It ain't right, man. You know, you treat people the right way, bro. And that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. You treat people the right way. You know what I mean? Uh, and if you don't treat people the right way, I mean, listen, you guys, I said this and I'll say it again. Why isn't anybody from that, was artists with Diddy speaking up for him? Everybody that's speaking up for Diddy wasn't even his artist. It's like, bro, you had people that wasn't even around Diddy's not speaking. And I've spoken with people who have been working with Diddy before. And they don't rock with him. They ain't got nothing good to say about the nigga. Think about that now. Think about that now. They ain't going to the trial to support him. They don't have nothing good to say. When you a person of that stature and your peers, the people you work with, the people you've been with on a daily basis have nothing good to say about you, bro, that is alarming. That is alarming. You understand what I'm saying? That is alarming, y'all. You got a person like that they don't have nothing good to say about you. You have to, that should make you feel away. That should make you feel away. And I just think that the situation with Diddy have to pay for how he's mistreated people all these years. The man upstairs has brought his judgment down on this dude. And he's getting his judgment, like what you call said, right here on earth. Like Gene Deal said. He's getting his judgment right here on earth. Is what he's doing. So, again, you see what it is. Right? See what it is. And so people just ain't going for it no more, man. They ain't going for it. Simple as that. So, I mean, that's just what it is, man. And I'm being honest with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Xavier, salute to you in the Cash App with the donation, man. He said, I was supporting Diddy, but after I seen this, man, bro, I'm just telling you, bro, at some point in time, man, your ethics got to come in as a man. And just as a person in general, bro. Because if a nigga was doing that shit to your daughter or your sister or your cousin, man, nigga, these niggas will all be flipping out. I'm talking about ready to go to the furthest extent, right? So I ain't lying about it. Shout out to Jim. Salute to you with the donation. I appreciate you. You out of Australia doing your thing, and I appreciate you for showing love. You understand, Jim? And I have much love for you. I appreciate you. See, we got people all over the world that's watching this stuff, man. And people seeing these things that are all going on. And everybody in the whole world is paying attention, man. The whole world is paying attention, man. You know what I'm saying? The whole world is paying attention. So, you know, when it's at that level and y'all see this type of stuff going on, man, it's real. It's definitely real. And this is just one of them situations where it's just too real. You know what I mean? Sean Diddy Combs, man, he getting dealt with by the man upstairs. You understand what I'm saying? He getting all the shit he dished out for years. He getting it back 100-fold. 100-fold, he getting it back. And so, you can ask, hey, what ticket? Why you don't feel sorry? I don't feel sorry for a guy who has demonized other people, preyed upon other people. You know what I'm saying? Treated other people lesser than. I don't respect nobody like that, man. I respect people who treat people the right way, man. You know what I'm saying? especially when you're talking about everyday average citizens. Straight up. Straight up. Janine Buckley, salute to you in the cash app. Coming through with a $40 donation this morning. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. It's just called being a decent human being. You know what I'm saying? And people saying, oh, this is domestic violence. No, no, this motherfucker beating up on everybody. He beat that. That's more than domestic violence. That's assault. Domestic violence is something going on in your home. This man beating up on everybody else. Kerry Morgan wasn't his girlfriend. Giving her a concussion and all this other stuff. This dude's crazy as hell. Crazy as hell. You know? So I'm just telling y'all. You treat people with love and respect and honor and dignity and morals. That's what you do. That's what you do. Right? Now, Lauren LaRosa went on the Breakfast Club and she said that the lady yesterday was tearing their ass up in the courtroom. Shout out to Lauren LaRosa. I was listening to her on the Breakfast Club this morning, and she was talking about how that lady was tearing their ass up. The doctor yesterday. I'm gonna let y'all hear what she had to say. You know what I'm saying? So salute everybody in the building. Smash a like, share, and subscribe. Like button is free.
Yeah, Lions known as the king.
Hold on. Let me put this shit on here. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Because I want everybody to get this one right. So this is her talking about it.
Maybe they plan to get right onto what they got to get to.
Well, I was going to ask you, what does short look like?
I don't know time-wise what short looks like, but I will say when we've
had... Because you've been in there. You're in there every day, so what has been short? I know Dawn was 20 minutes.
That was short. Mm-hmm. Cassie's mom was also short. For instance, an example of not short, Cassie took about, like two days? 2 days, yeah. Okay. 2.5 days. So it's given maybe we might get an hour.
Okay.
Out of the Kid Cudi testimony. I'm not really for sure exactly what time they're going to go, but they mentioned that it would be short. He's actually first up on the stand after they finish with this former executive assistant of Diddy. So I'll be there.
Who's the former executive assistant?
His name is George Kaplan, and he was a man.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Christina?
No, Capricorn?
No.
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Okay.
No. Those, she's not on the list to come this week.
Gotcha.
Or today or whatever. But no, George Kaplan, he used to work for Diddy under Combs Enterprises, and he's already began to testify about having to set up freak-off rooms, allegedly, and, allegedly he was sent to buy drugs a couple times, and he used his bad boy card to do so, allegedly, so you know where they're going with him.
What about the guns? Because I saw the FBI release those pictures, and everybody was so caught up. Yeah, yes. Everybody was so caught up on the dildos that had the serial number scratched off. But
oh my God, dildos have serial numbers?
Yes, Diddy had dildos with serial numbers scratched off. But what about the guns?
So let me tell you something about these guns.
Not the untraceable. Is he charged? I don't know if is he charged with these? Is this part of the RICO?
I believe that what they're going to try and bring in with the RICO is they're going to use the guns and the drugs to show, and I'm going to look this up to make sure that I'm hitting this right to the nail, because people be mad when I don't. But what I'm assuming that they're trying to show is that he used all of that to add to the force and the intimidation and things of that nature. But I'm going to look that up to answer you exactly.
Yeah, I just want to know if he's getting charged with the gun, because there's guns with the serial number scratched off, automatic weapons. That's a big federal charge.
But let me tell you, the way Diddy's team came in the cross about them guns, I think Tanny Garagos, Mark Garagos' daughter, she is not to be played with. So they did, the special agent, we went through his home, they talked about all these different guns they found and the magazines and all these things. She is like an evidence expert. She got back up on that stand and she said, hold on, so what's your process? Y'all take pictures before and after so that we can make sure that you guys, are chronicling this stuff right and accurate. He says, yes. She brought back up all those photos with those guns. No photos before for a lot of the things. And she's like, well, were you the person that took the photos? The man testifying said no. She said, well, I'm looking at a bunch of stuff at the bottom of a closet floor. Some of these things included where they found the guns. They opened boxes and found different things, right? She's like, can you tell me which cubby these guns came out of? He said no. And she said, okay, so you can't, she's making the point. They're trying to draw a very clear distinction between how do you even know that these are his when they're either their serial numbers on them that, or they're not. You didn't do any DNA testing, like at all, and you could have. And it's easier for you to do DNA testing when you find these guns inside of a home versus outside and, you know, all of the elements.
But it's his home, though. They found them in there, so that's they his.
But they're trying to...
No, if you find guns in somebody's residence and nobody claims them, everybody in that residence is probably going to get
responsible, right? You know how many people are in... She also made a point about how many people were actually put into custody when they got to the home. You know where she's going with this. But the fact... I'm saying that because I don't know what a juror is going to be thinking about it, but the fact that she was even able to create that thought as a conversation, I was like, oh, she's good, really, really good at this.
Gotcha.
But I'm going to look that up for you with the RICO. And then also the woman that the psychologist yesterday, the clinical and forensic psychologist that they spoke to, Dawn Hughes, I thought it was going to be a snooze fest. She was actually the best witness yesterday. She spoke generally to, like, you know, why victims of alleged domestic violence and sexual abuse go back. And oh my God, she was so on point with a lot of the things that she was saying. And even when she spoke directly to memory and trauma and how it makes you not remember things, of course, the defense came in and did what they did. And it was very interesting to watch them cross this expert. But
so the semen was just warm yesterday. Today the semen gonna be hot.
The semen was like it was like room temperature yesterday.
Okay.
It wasn't even like heated. Today it's gonna get a little microwave action. You know what I'm saying?
The semen gonna be hot today. What else we got in the front page?
So as y'all see, man, she said that the girl went up there because a lot of people was having misreactions. She said the girl went up there and was cooking yesterday. That's what Lauren LaRosa said. Jasmine, salute to you. I appreciate you with the donation. Salute to you. And the Cash App. Much love. But that's what she said. And so, again, as we get into this case today, we're going to see where they go with this thing. Kid Cudi, they got 5 witnesses on the stand today. So today it's going to be moving. It's going to be moving today. You understand? Again, it's going to be moving today. 5 witnesses on the stand. Yeah, they moving today, y'all. They moving today. What Kid Cudi was probably going to be like an hour.
One castle. You know those words. Milk knows those words, man. Milk knows those words.
Have you and Diddy ever got into it over a female?
Yeah, I had this, one time. You know, I want y'all to know this. These stories are strictly for when I was young and I didn't know no better. But now that I'm a grown man, man, my whole life has changed, man. I'm a different kind of individual. But yeah, one time, a couple of times, even the dancers, like the dancers used to come do the tryouts. They be showing up to the tryout room and all of this. I'm like, yeah, I'm going there. So I'd be like, ooh, look at her. That's the one right there. So I go get the baddest ones, because plus all of the females naturally like me. I don't know what it was, but I knew they naturally liked me, and I felt it because I like me like that too, right? So he'd be like, yo, the girls, if you know, it was one girl. Can I tell a long story? You want me the short story?
No, go for it. Go for it.
All right, I'm going to give you the long story. So I seen this girl in the club that was a background dancer. She's in the Club Cheetah one night. And I went to the club and I seen her with Mario Winan hat on. So I said, where's Mario? She said, oh, he's not here. He stayed at home. I said, who you in here with? She was like, oh, I'm by myself. I said, where you going? She said, I got to get on the flight in the morning and go back to Canada. I said, okay, well, where you going to stay tonight? She said, well, I don't have no place. I said, want to come back to my place? She said, yeah. So we went back to my place, and then we had a lot of fun. I'm talking about a lot of fun, whole bunch of fun. So then we go on, she going on tour. We going on tour to Jamaica. She come to the tryout, boom. So she like, boom. She like, at the end of the tryout, she like, I said, where you staying at this time? She say, well, I'm here from Canada. I ain't got no place right now. I said, want to come back to my room? She said, yeah. So we had some more fun. So we get to the tour, and Puff come up to me. He said, hey, Mark, I want to ask you a question. He said, did you sleep with her? I was like, yeah. Because I ain't want to lie, act like, no, I didn't. I was like, yeah. He said, how did you do it? I said, I did it like a grown man. I did it like you're supposed to, right? And then right after that, the girl was off the tour. Never seen her again. Kicked her right on off the tour. Second time, I'm in the Bahamas, run across a girl. He like, Mark, where you get this girl from? I said, I got her from the club. He said, she kind of bad. He said, if you give your girl to me, I'll give you one of my girls. I said, Puff, I can't give you no girl. I said, but if I walk away and she like you, then that's what it is. But I'll walk away and go to the store and leave her in the studio. I'll come back and she boot up with you and y'all together. I'm going to be like, hey, okay. I ain't going to have nothing to do with it. So I come back, the girl mad. She said, why you leave me here with this creep? I said, where's Puff Daddy? Who else? I couldn't even leave you with someone better. I thought you would be happy. She was like, no, I'm not happy. I don't like this dude. I said, damn, then he's looking at me. He's like, yo, get out of my face, because you know what I do to girls like this? I was like, I don't know, but he was already ready to hit her. He was like, I spit on her. So then she was like, well, I told him I ain't like him, but I got a twin sister. But I told him she won't like him either. That's when he really got mad. I had to get that girl up out of there quick because I realized he was going to try to hit my girl or be violent towards my girl because my girl didn't like him. See, money can't make females like you. He the kind of think that they're going to like him because he got some money. All of the pretty females I know in the world, man, they don't like you for no money, man. They like you for your heart, especially if she's a female of substance. That's just my opinion. You could have money, then one day you can't. So when you go broke, that means you're gonna lose your girl too. I don't lose females to failure. We go to different.
I want to get your opinion. You was around Puffy, you was on Bad Boy. Looking at this lawsuit, Cassie, she claims that her and Diddy had freak-on sessions where they would get a male prostitute in.
You talking about the freak-on session where they used to do in the studio and all of that over different entertainers' houses and stuff? Where they be having them parties where they won't invite you to? And they be like, we having a party tonight, but this ain't your kind of party. You be like, yeah, I ain't going. I don't want to go. Freak-off parties, when you go in there, it'd be, yo, let me tell you something. We used to go in the club. We go into the nightclub, right? And we go and get to the VIP. All of these girls come around the VIP, and they just be standing there. And like, let me tell you something, man. I'm going to get back with you. We got to rewind this back. We used to go when we go to the club, we used to have these bottles, right? And on this bottle, they be regular Moet bottles. On them bottles right there, they've been to have something to make the girls be real slippery and all of this kind of stuff. So when you get up, they be like, don't touch them bottles right there and only drink them bottles right there. So we already knew what the drill was. You just don't mess with them bottles, right? Then all of the girls is in the club after a while. They all opening up their mouth like little birds. Just run around just popping pills in their mouth. Pop, pill. And then that was the party. But
Man. So, yeah, man. Shout out to Ernestine Collison in the Cash App with the donation. She says, Ticket, continue to keeping it real. Salute to you, my sister, for the donation. Shout out to Muldone Hutch in the PayPal with the donation. Salute to you, my brother. I appreciate you for the donation in the PayPal, brother. Muldone Hutch. Salute to you. Yeah, man. Hey, and shout out to everybody that's tapped in, man. All of y'all who's tapped into this channel, man. They come through, show love. I salute all of y'all. Man, a lot of love for all of y'all. And we definitely gonna get to it today. Today is gonna be a very, very, very active day. Because today, they got Kid Cudi coming in there today. They got him coming in today. So, yeah, it's gonna be very active in there today. That you better believe. You know. So yeah, that's something to look at right there. What up, everybody? Let me see. Yeah. We gonna get to it. They get ready to come in here, and we get ready to get to it. We're gonna see what happens today. Again, I showed y'all the chart last night, and y'all can see that the chart is building up. Now I forgot to put that security guard who testified from the beginning on the chart, but he's gonna go on the chart as well on our revised version of this chart. See, this simplifies it and breaks it down to all the people that saying, oh, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what he's being charged with. Okay, well now we're gonna simplify it. We're gonna put it on a chart and show you what the hell he got going on, what the hell he's being charged with, what the hell the situation is. We're gonna break it down and show you. That's exactly what we're gonna do. So, yeah, that's the situation, right? So everybody said, I don't see a RICO. We're gonna show it to you. We definitely gonna show it to you. That's facts. You know what I'm saying? Elizabeth Nilsson, salute to you with the donation. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Much love to you. Stacy Ellis in the Cash App. I think I've heard that name before. Stacy Ellis in the Cash App coming through with a $25 donation. And she says, great work as usual, Ticket. Salute to you. I appreciate you. And again, I salute everybody that's supporting the channel, man. There's been so many people supporting the channel, yo. It's just like, man, you know? So yeah, we're gonna continue to build up that chart as we go along. You know what I'm saying? And this hasn't even, cause see, if I do all the celebrities that's been mentioned, we haven't even talked about all the celebrities that have been mentioned in the case so far. Cause a lot of this stuff, and shout out to Inner City Press, a lot of this stuff they're not even putting in the transcripts. But I got people in the courtroom, and they've mentioned damn near 100 celebrities so far. But everybody in the media is not getting that. You know what I'm saying? So salute to everybody that's tapped on in. Again, I truly appreciate all of y'all. Y'all know what it is. Hold on, let me see who this is. Yeah, somebody else just came through right now. Hey, Jason, salute to you in the Cash App with the donation. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. You got to keep it simple for them sometimes, bro. Because people will try to make it complex. And then some people not doing it. Some people know what it is. They just, you know what I'm saying, they just want to take over for Diddy. That's all. There's no other way around it. Like when you get guys like Vlad, I don't know what he's being charged with. Yes, you do. You got two eyes, brother. You know exactly what he's being charged with. You know? You just don't want to look like you're not cool because you say something different. So you don't want to look like, oh, I ain't cool. Nah, man. Nah. And then we broke down the elements last night too. How we told y'all the feds got to prove 2 of those acts. All they got to do is prove 2 of those RICO acts in a 10-year span to get a conviction. That's it. Kid Cudi gonna give him 2 right now. Kid Cudi finna give him 2 today, easy. They already got all those ones I put on the screen. But Kid Cudi by himself, with that arson and the fact that they claim that Diddy sent people, and Diddy first of all went and robbed somebody at gunpoint, and that Diddy then sent people to go do that to his car, bro, that's gonna prove right there. Criminal organization, especially to get the people to come in there and testify that Diddy sent them, and the witnesses that they're gonna have up there. They do that, it's gonna be hard to get around that with all these people witnessing and signing immunity agreements and things like that. It's gonna be hard. You know, now a lot of people feel away on the immunity, but I think people got to understand the way the feds look at it. They wouldn't be able to solve the case without those rats. So them having the people that's gonna snitch and turn over on Diddy is helping them solve a case and basically stop who they feel like is the head of the snake. See what I'm saying? So that's the reason why they're willing to let those other people get plea deals, immunity deals, and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Even though a lot of these people have admitted and have been doing wrongdoings as well to aid and abet this guy and promote his foolishness. You know what I mean? So that's that situation right there. Right? And trust me, it's a lot more to come in this case that we have not even seen yet. Definitely a lot more to come. But again, we want to shout out the Inner City because they've done a great job. And as y'all see right there on the screen, you guys see that that paper right there. Y'all see it? So as the people go in there, we got to more. Now, like I said, I got to put the security guard up there. I'm upset I didn't put that daggone security guard up there. I should have put that security guard up there because he was a witness as well, the security guard. So I need to put him over there under Cassie's mother, Regina Ventura, or put him number one, and then put Cassie's mother after that. So you guys see all of the people. You understand what I'm saying? That's coming up. And so we have Kid Cudi on there. He's coming in there today. You understand? And so he's got the employees right there. They've already got enough for a RICO right there with 2 employees. You know? And so I'm pretty sure they're going to have other evidence. They've entered a lot of evidence that people have not talked about online because, like I said, this case is not being streamed live from the courtroom as far as video. So you don't get to see all of the evidence that they're entering in the court. But I'm being told by people in the courtroom, man, they've been entering in so much evidence in that courtroom. It's a lot of stuff that we ain't even seeing. You know what I mean? Now, something's going on because normally the judge, he gets started pretty much on time. He's strict about that. So I'm at a conclusion that something could be going on. You know? I'm at a conclusion of that right now. Yesterday, you guys remember, I told y'all, it seemed like Diddy's team was trying to run that clock out on that lady. So this dude, George Kaplan, could not get on the stand. You know what I mean? But now, you know what I'm saying? Now it's a different situation. You know what I mean? Now it's one of them situations where, he already got on the stand, started testifying yesterday, and he signed an immunity agreement. So here we are, you guys. Man, bro, my bad, y'all. I made a mistake. It's going to be 6 witnesses today. 6. God, dog. They getting them in and out. So they got 6 witnesses coming in today, you guys, that are going to testify today. 6 witnesses. This is going to get real ugly, bro. 6 witnesses today? Man, including Kid Cudi on the Molotov cocktail that was tossed into his car and disintegrated his car. Ashley, salute to you. I see you, Ashley. Shout out to Ashley in the Cash App with a donation. Coming through with a $50 donation. Much love to you. I appreciate you. Shout out to Ashley. Doing big things. And also, shout out to Chris John Baptiste. I hope I pronounced your name right, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. But salute to you. He said, you the man, Tick. He said, I heard through the grapevine today will be the plug. Today will plug the gap. I heard Roger Barnes might be the guy Puff sent to blow up the car. And One Stop equals, well, I ain't gonna say his name. We already know who One Stop is, bro. We already know who that is. I mean, they ain't even nothing to talk about. Shout out to Nisi87 with the donation. Salute to you. She said his lawyer don't care about him. They just there to get his money. They already know he's guilty. Just like the R. Kelly trial. R. Kelly did the same thing, got 30 years for the same ish. Well, Diddy's on a whole different level than R. Kelly. Diddy's on a whole worse level. That's the thing these people don't understand. Yeah, his lawyers are taking his money, and they're going to take his money on appeal. All this stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're going to take his money, more money of his on the. This man hired 10 lawyers. You want the jury to think that you can't buy your way out of situations, but you got 10 lawyers. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. What we talking about, man? That man got 10 lawyers, bro. Let me repeat myself again. You do not want the jury to think you can buy yourself out. All he's done is bought himself out of situations. They had rumors that he was buying off the media. Those were allegations that's going on right now. Can I prove that? I can't prove it. I haven't seen a payment, or I haven't heard somebody say, hey, yeah, I was paid by him. But people are throwing those rumors out there. You know what I mean? And so, no, I know who One Stop is. I just can't say who it is. They have to say it in court before I say who it is. It's confidential information. When they say it in court, I can legitimately confirm it online. But I know who it is. I know who One Stop is. Diddy do too. One Stop, he's the guy, man. Him and another person, another girl, they hurt the worst in the whole case. You know what I mean? So, again, I was trying to tell y'all this. But they hurt the worst in the whole case. You know what I mean? So, this is what's going on, man. Right here. As you guys can see. Stuart, salute to you in the Cash App with the donation, man. He come through, $20 donation, man. He said, I don't know what God did he serve. He said, I don't know what God did he serve. Man, we know which one he served. It ain't the one up above, brother. It daggone sure ain't the one up above. Man. Oh, man, bro. No, that was funny. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Appreciate you for the donation, man. That was funny, bro. That was hilarious. Yeah, man. Yeah, we know which one he's serving, bro. It ain't the one we talking about. All right, you guys. So apparently, right? There's a lot of security down in the entrance of the courthouse today because Kid Cudi is coming. A lot of security down there at the courthouse, they're saying. Now, they're saying in the court, right before the jury is being brought in, the judge, shot in inner city again, press doing a big job on this, man. Salute to y'all. It says that, the judge says, I did not hear the government objecting to Mrs. Kaplan testifying about Cassie Ventura asking for drugs in Boston, right? So the judge just put that out there. So y'all better get y'all popcorn on this one, because this one right here, man, this one today, oh yeah. And I told y'all, the feds have done a great job because the feds have heated this thing up day after day after day. The feds have laid out and made this thing like a movie. Every day, more suspense. And they're upping the ante day by day by day. They upping the ante day by day by day. Oh, man. Shout out to Celicia in the Cash App with the donation. She says Diddy was getting she said Diddy was getting ninjas off Craigslist. Ugh. Man, listen. You know, hey man, to each his own. You feel what I'm saying? To each his own. To each his own. Right? Y'all know what it is. Oh. Yeah, I think a lot of people did feel a way about that too. Like, bro, you doing that? You know what I'm saying? That was crazy work. That you getting the shorties off Craigslist, bro. Oh, that's crazy, y'all. Shout out to Wayne Simpson with a donation. He said, I can't unsee Diddy wearing a free. Bro, man, listen. Man, Diddy was doing it all, man. That's crazy work, man. Sean Diddy Combs, man. Bruh. Yeah, he definitely was hooked. I mean, you can tell that just by common observation. You know what I'm saying? You can tell it by common observation. You know what I'm saying? Um, right? Shout out to Charles King and the Cash App coming through with a $25 donation. Salute to you, man. Salute to you, brother. I appreciate it. He said, I don't know how you do it, Ticket. Man, listen, bro. Just lock in. You can do whatever you put your mind to in life. Just lock in. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be inspired. You have to be motivated. You know? I'm already inspired, period. But, to be honest with you, the people that get behind me, um, I really appreciate them because it pushes you to want to be greater. You know what I'm saying? To want to do more. It pushes you to do that. It really does. So, just by all the people that just be supporting me on a daily basis, people that come in here hitting the like button, sharing the video, subscribing to the channel. You know? Real talk. And again, y'all share the video, man. Kid Cudi is going to be probably, he's going to be, man, bro. Everybody's waiting on him today. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's waiting to see what he's going to come in here and say. Because that's been a rumor. That's been a rumor that's been going on for a long time. That Kid Cudi situation. That situation has been a rumor that's been going around hip hop for years about Diddy blowing up the dude's car. And I never ever in my wildest dreams thought that when we heard those rumors all those years, this is ever going to make it to court. I never ever thought that this was going to make it to court. I can guarantee you I never thought that. Never thought it was making the court. Never. So to be sitting here now and to be seeing this thing play out the way it's playing out, outright amazing to me that we're at this point. Because again, I never could ever see us getting to this point. I just thought it was going to be one of those things that stayed like, in hip hop, just history, where, it was just one of the things where people talked about, oh, yeah, man, you remember Diddy blew up that car like that? You know what I'm saying? I never thought that we would be here with it, bro. So I think that's the craziest part to me. Is that part. So yeah, hold on one second, you guys. Let me see something. Because we gonna get to it today. All right. So here we go, you guys. The judge says, well, let's get Mr. Kaplan back on the stand. So now he's in the courtroom, you guys, on the stand, right? And so the jury has now come in, and the government is starting off where they left off yesterday. Now remember, they left off yesterday asking this guy, and they was on it yesterday. This is the assistant to Diddy. Remember, this is the guy who said that Diddy threatened to fire him every month, and said he wasn't doing a good job, and threatened to fire him every single month, and had him. He announced, he said that Diddy had him doing all his dirty work. You know what I mean? Right? So, anyways, let's get back to it. So, the government says, when did you carry cash for Mr. Combs? And he says, I carried $50,000 on his private jet. Man, so now they got money moving. See, now they're moving money. This is all RICO talk. The government says, did you pick up cash for Diddy? He says, I picked up $10,000 at Western Union from Combs Enterprises. Now, this is what it does. This links the money to Diddy's businesses. This is what the feds are going to do, bro. And you think they don't got receipts of that? Yeah, they're going to line his ass up. Like I told y'all. $10,000 at Western Union, right? $50,000 on his private jet. He said he carried cash for him. So the government says, what long-term relationship of Mr. Combs were you aware of? He says he was aware of Diddy's relationships with Cassie Ventura, Kim Porter, and Gina. So Gina's getting named in this a lot. The government said, who was Kim? He said Kim was the mother of his children. They said, who was Cassie? They say that was his girlfriend. They said, who was Gina? He said, that's another girlfriend. They keep saying Gina. Something's going on with Gina, y'all. They're saying Gina a whole lot, bro. Everybody keeps talking about Gina's disappeared. Gina's disappeared. Man, I don't know, man. They're saying Gina's name a whole lot, bro. They saying her name a whole lot. Think about what I just said now. They're saying Gina's name a whole lot. Right? Shout out to family, friend, or friend's family, right? With the donation to Cash App, said the judge override jury's not guilty decision. No, the judge can't override it. Once the jury decides it, the jury decides it. The judge has no decisions in this. It's federal court. That's why you have a jury. You have a trial by jury and not by judge. If a jury says Diddy's not guilty, he walks out not guilty. The judge can't do a damn thing. The judge only controls the proceedings. And I'm glad you wrote me that, because a lot of people don't understand court, and I'm going to explain it to you. I'm going to explain it to you so we get it right. Shout out to Miss Duna Glow with the donation. She says the devil works hard, but Diddy, who used to run the city, will be shown no pity. Works even harder. Man. And shout out to my baby girl, Peachy Brown, in the building. Miss Peachy Brown. She says, ticket all this coverage you're bringing us, the dedication and sacrifice goes or does not go unnoticed. Let's keep going up. Happy to be a member and a moderator for so long of all your channels. Yeah, salute to you, Peachy. I appreciate you always, standing behind me and supporting me. You know what I'm saying? You're not always going to agree with somebody say. You probably don't always agree with us, but it doesn't cause you to switch up on me and, try to degrade me and disrespect me because of that. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you for that. And that's facts. You understand? Because I don't like to see a nigga beating up on women and beating up on people who ain't got nothing to do with it and throwing people around. I'm not with that shit. I'm just not. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just telling y'all what it is. Let me see what this is. Hold on, y'all. Shout out to Family Friends says, thanks for explaining. Was asking. Oh, okay. I ain't see no question mark. That's why I didn't know. Shout out to Family Friends back in the Cash App with another donation. Salute to you. And everybody else that's tapping in, salute to y'all. So the government asked George Kaplan, they say, the jet flight to Las Vegas, what was the layout of the jet? Mr. Kaplan says it was 4 chairs, a partition. I had a partial view over my right shoulder. The government says when you witness violence by Diddy on Cassie, why didn't you intervene? He said, because of my career. So he's saying that the reason why he did nothing to help Cassie is because he basically would get fired. If he was a man and stood up and told Diddy, man, stop beating up on these girls, man, he would get fired. So these people, this is what they did. All right? This is the situation. Y'all seeing this stuff play out. You're seeing it all play out. Right? You're seeing it play out. Hold on. And so now he's putting money on the plane, all these other things like that. So you guys, you're starting to get a look at this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Right? You're starting to see it. Hold on, y'all. So they're working on Diddy now. They're definitely, trying to you can see what they're doing. They're narrowing this thing down. You can see it. They've asked him all the people he knows, all these different things. Shout out to Chris back in the Chris John back in the with another donation. He says, piercing the corporate veil, Diddy is an idiot. He commingled business funds for his crimes. This is why he is in forfeiture and will lose his assets. He's gonna lose all of them. He's an idiot. And like I said, the people gonna find out he's a damn fool. And shout out to D Brown with a $25 donation in the Cash App. He says, tuning in, love the channel. D Brown, salute to you. Pure Idiocy by Sean Diddy Combs. You have it. And now this dude is saying, and so y'all see what it is. They're setting it up. He's saying that, look, man, I ain't getting involved with that stuff with Cassie, man. I ain't trying to lose my job. So these people chose money over dignity, right? Money over dignity. This what y'all seeing. So the government asked him, after the last glass breaking, what did Diddy do? Mr. Kaplan says that Diddy came forward. Cassie stayed in the back. He said he asked me to get creams to conceal the bruising on her face, right? So Diddy had beat this girl up, man. Diddy had did something crazy to this girl. And they said, well, how did you pay for it? He said the corporate credit card. the corporate credit card, right? Is what he said. Corporate credit card. Man, this thing's gonna get wicked, bro. So it's obvious, inner city's not getting all the parts in. He's saying more. So I got the girl in the courtroom. She's gonna fill in the blanks for me. But something happened where the glass broke, and they had to get cream to conceal Cassie's face. This nigga Diddy is crazy, bro. Think about this. So then they asked him, why did he leave Combs Enterprises? He says, I didn't think I should be covering things up, like buying the witch hazel. He said, also, my father had prostate cancer. The government said, any violence? He says, well, he threw things at Gina in the entryway of the main home on Star Island. So they're bringing up Gina a lot. It looks like they may be getting ready to set up for Gina, yo. And remember, Diddy's team been running around here talking about, oh no, Gina, she's out. Gina's out. Man, they keep bringing Gina up. They putting Gina at the forefront right now. They got Gina out here at the forefront, y'all. Remember that now. Remember what I said to y'all. They got Gina at the forefront, y'all. Remember I said that. They got Gina at the forefront. Right? Hold on, y'all. Crazy word, man. And again, shout out to Inner City, man, doing a great job by getting as much as they possibly can. Again, I got a girl in the courtroom. I got 3 people in the courtroom, right? 3 people in the courtroom, right? So, yeah, most definitely, man. But they're setting this Gina thing up. They're getting ready to come hard body at Gina. They're setting this Gina thing up to where they're going to make this Gina thing pop. Trust what I tell y'all. Because anytime they keep saying somebody's name like that, boom, boom, boom. And this dude said he quit because he said he quit because he was like, he didn't think he should be covering all this stuff up. You know what I'm saying? That's why he quit. All these people are afraid of Diddy, man. They all afraid of Diddy, bro. Diddy had all them people scared to death. They were so scared they ain't even report the dude. They just quit. This the second dude that said he quit. They're showing a pattern of dudes that got so scared of Diddy, man. They just quit. It was like, nah, man, I quit, bro. I can't do this, bro. So the government asked him, well, what was Diddy throwing at Gina? This man said that Diddy was throwing green apples at Gina. The government said, how hard? This man said she was throwing them things he was throwing them things very hard. He said, later, I took the medicine bag into their room, and Diddy wanted me to leave quickly. The government said, then what? He said, I heard Gina at the gate and male voices. They said, who? He said, security. Bro, this nigga Diddy throwing green apples at this girl hard as hell, bro. Come on, man. What the hell is we doing, man? That's crazy, bro. Crazy. Hey, shout out to Sharice and the Cash App with the donation. Salute to you. I appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Much love to you. Bro, you could tell Diddy preyed upon people who were weak. You could tell people who didn't have that much confidence about themselves, or people who obviously were not, of that ilk, that was really built like that, to really combat him fire with fire type activity. You know what I'm saying? Diddy wasn't on that like that. All these people, Gina, what's the girl's name? All those people, man, those people, you know what I'm saying? They those are people that you can mold and you can control mentally. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's different, dog. It's definitely different. Right? Bro, James, what up, dog? Bro, you throwing green apples at the girl, bro? Come on, man. What type time is we on, man? That shit's sad, bro. Bro, they ain't got no self-control, man. And then people, you gotta hold people accountable, man. Like real talk, man. Stomp on a girl's chest. Throwing apples at the girl. Come on, bro. You're throwing Cassie into a glass or breaking the glass with Cassie. The man said he used a company credit card to pay for the concealment. Do you think Cassie asked for that shit? Man, y'all, these niggas crazy as hell. That nigga going to hell, bro. I'm telling you, he don't get his life right, man. I'm telling you, bro. I don't care what nobody say, bro. I'm telling you the truth. That's somebody's daughter, man. Like at the end of the day, man, bro, regardless of how you feel about him, man, it has to be some type of human decency, bro. Because like, if you don't like the girl that much and you don't respect her, just throw her out. You did it. You go get somebody else. Just leave her, let her go. But why beat up on him and humiliate him like that? That's like makes no sense. Shout out to Chris again in the donation. He says the inner city posted a file saying that Gina's not coming and that the government says she's in the indictment. So I'm assuming she's getting charged unless she does a last minute immunity deal like Kaplan. Oh yeah, they're gonna do it. They're gonna force her to come up there. Trust me, they're gonna force her to come up there. Hey, don't worry, you ain't gotta worry about that. That's the feds. She can't duck the feds. The feds gonna make you come up there and testify. See, that's the thing. Once you give a statement like that to the feds, after they have a sworn statement, yeah, you ain't reneging on that. And the feds subpoena you and you don't come, now that's a crime. Google that. Let's look that up real quick. What happens if you ignore a federal subpoena? Now let's look that up real quick. I want everybody to look this up. What happens if you ignore a federal subpoena? Now it says ignoring a federal subpoena can lead to serious legal consequences, including contempt of court, charges, fines, even jail time. You could also face additional charges for obstruction of justice or making false statements if you actively try to hide information or mislead investigators. Here's a more detailed look at what can happen. Contempt of court. The court can hold you in contempt of court, which is a form of criminal contempt. This can result in fines, jail time, often up to 6 months, but potentially longer, or a motion to compel your appearance. Title 18 U.S.C. Sections 401 and 402 outline the authority of the court to impose penalties for contempt of court, obstruction of justice, false statement charges. If you actively try to hide information, destroy documents, mislead investigators, you can face charges of obstruction of a federal investigation for making false statements. These charges can carry significant penalties, including up to 5 years in prison. Collateral consequences beyond the court imposed penalties. Failing to comply with the subpoena can cause significant damage to your personal and professional reputation. This could include the loss of professional license, reputational harm to your industry, and adverse inferences in civil cases. In criminal cases, the prosecutor may file obstruction of justice charges against you if you fail to comply with a subpoena in a criminal case. If Gina don't show up, man, bro, you don't already went on the interviews and did statements. You've already went on the interviews and did statements. Well, like I said, you've already went on the interviews and did statements, Gina. You went on Tasha K and did a whole interview. There's nothing else to talk about. There's nothing else to talk about, right? Keisha, salute to you in the cash app coming through with a $30 donation this morning. I appreciate it. The government asked Mr. Kaplan, when you left, what did you do? He said, I collected myself. Then I went to work for an integrated marketing firm. This man went and got a real job, bro. Bro, that's crazy, bro. Man, bro. And my people going to tell me all the stuff he left out. Inner city's trying to get as much as they can. And I understand it's hard to write down all that stuff as they type. But I'm just telling y'all this, man. Crazy work, bro. Crazy work, man. Bro, but see, this is about morality as well. How you treat people as well. Diddy had all these people afraid to say stuff because he was so violent. People thought, man, this dude got enough money to get me out of here. Which he did. But it put fear in those people. He had people that quit, that were good workers, that quit. Because you got people out here buying drugs. You got people out here handling all this money. You got people out here doing all this shady activity, covering up all your bullshit and your crimes. Because domestic violence is a crime. And Diddy had people covering up his crimes. That's RICO. I don't know what the hell else to tell these people. So now they're on cross-examination. Diddy's lawyer says, why did you go to work for Combs Enterprises? Kaplan said he was an incredible entrepreneur. I've learned from him. Diddy's lawyer says, what did Brian do as COO? He says, ensuring profitability of each unit, right, is what he said. Boy, this is crazy work, man. Oh, man, bro. Crazy work, bro. Crazy work. And y'all seeing it right here in front of y'all face. Man. Yeah, Diddy, I don't think Diddy's lawyer gonna try and jam him up or nothing. He don't want this dude talking too much on cross. He don't want to ask him. To me, he gonna keep him out of certain situations on cross. Straight up. He not gonna put this dude in a lot of situations on cross. I just don't see him doing it. Because you're gonna open up for redirect. That's what you're gonna do. That's what you're gonna do, man. This is crazy work, bro. Yeah, y'all smash the like button, share the video, man. You know. And big ups to inner city, man. Inner city's doing big things. They're trying to get everything they can get out. But the people that's in the courtroom that are hearing all the information, they're gonna come out and give all the in between. Cause there's a lot of stuff that's being said in between, bro, that we ain't even getting. That's why I like having you know, Lauren come up here. She's in the courtroom. And the other two people I have in the courtroom, they have other things they're doing. So it ain't like they just have time to come on and do stuff. They're literally going in there, getting all the information, and then they're out, and then they're handling other business throughout the day. But this is the type of stuff I'm gonna tell y'all again. This is the type of stuff that's gonna get a lot of people jammed up, man. And you know, people ain't trying to go down for Diddy, man. They're not, bro. You know, the feds tie you up in this type of situation, bro. You know you going to prison, man. You're gonna really be upset. You did, and that's facts. All right. So, yeah, it's most definitely one of those situations, y'all. Hold on one second. So, yeah, we're waiting pretty much to see what the next update is. Hopefully, everybody's doing well. Diddy's lawyers asking them some questions, but you know, um, you know, Diddy's lawyer ain't good for. He always trying to butter up to these guys. He tries to butter you up before he asks you some slick question. I wouldn't have no butter up with the dude. I'd be like, look, man, you finna butter up nothing on me. Dude is an animal, point blank period. This man got a normal life now, working a normal job where you don't have to see people get the hell beat out of him every day. Let that man go on and be, man. Shit, y'all want him to keep covering up for this dude because he can't be a respectable citizen. And y'all, Kid Cudi comes to the courtroom smoking a cigarette. This nigga Kid Cudi pulls up to the courthouse smoking a cigarette. Boy, this nigga nerves bad in a mofo. Kid Cudi don't pull up to the courthouse smoking a cigarette, man. Boy, this nigga nerves mad, boy. God. Boy, his nerves bad. But give me a cigarette, my nerves bad. MS, salute to you with a donation. It says, hey, again, thanks for covering this trial. You're a true raw investigator, bringing the facts. I ordered your merch, the I Am King t-shirt for my loved one. Salute to you. You already know. Small thanks to a giant. Bro, this man came to the court with a cigarette in his mouth. Oh, man, this fool came to the court. Bro, this is legendary. This fool came to the court smoking a cig, getting ready to do all kind of snitching, man. It's crazy. But see, he won't in the game like that. He not no gangster. You know what I'm saying? This is what happens when you doing stuff like this to regular people. This dude's a regular person. He not in the streets like that. Diddy made a huge mistake. You messing with everyday working people, man. So Diddy's lawyer asked him, well, what did Brian do as the COO? He said, ensuring profitability of each unit. I was an employee when Revolt TV launched. Diddy's lawyer said, tell me about it. He said, we were on the 6th floor of 17 and 10 Broadway. Everyone was there. It was, momentous. Diddy's lawyer says diversity was important to Mr. Combs. He said specifically for African Americans. Yo, Diddy's defense team is crazy, bro. How is he saying specifically for African Americans when all we've seen is white people? All Diddy's main assistants were white. Christina Coram, this dude, David James, all the people's white. They all white. Right. And all these black folks on here, sitting on here, capping for Diddy. Talking about, yeah, man, we got to stand tall, man. Diddy giving all the high price jobs. He got the black folks working in the low price jobs. Now make that make sense. Make it make sense. You like the people say, you entitle yourself as a leader of black excellence and black empowerment movement. But you give your highest placed jobs to non-black folks. Come on, man. Cut it out, man. News is cap. And I see through the cap. Church on Chrome, salute to you. He says, taking your insight and presentation of the facts has been stupendous from the pre-trial coverage and current breakdown. Salute to you, brother, for the donation. And I'm going to keep cooking because I'm standing on facts. Everything I'm saying is facts. Factual facts, what I'm saying. I ain't saying no innuendos. I ain't saying no lies. I'm giving facts. And all his lawyers, a majority of his lawyers are white. But he want to talk about, hey, man, trying to discriminate against a black man. Man, sit down, man. Sit down, man. And all these dudes buck dancing, running around here, standing up for Diddy, man. Cut it out, man. Because I can really go to super full-length, super max ether mode. It can get ugly. We definitely cooking on that today. Straight up. His lawyer gonna sit there in court talking about some diversity was important to Mr. Combs. No, it wasn't. All the people that was making the most money for him was non-black. The black folks was the security guard, the security guard, the nigga who flushed the toilets, washed the toilets. Come on, man. Stop this. Bro, this man Kid Cudi came to court, bro, smoking a cigarette, bro. This nigga came to court smoking a cigarette with some jeans on. He come to court with jeans, a leather jacket, and all kind of police. This fool surrounded by police. Oh, man. He getting ready to do a whole bunch of snitching today. Man, he's surrounded by cops. Man, that's crazy. Man, he must be getting ready to come in here and set it off. Man, they got this man surrounded by all kind of cops, bro. That man said, man, give me a cigarette, man. My nerves bad. You can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. Stacy, what's going on? Salute to you in the cash app with a donation. You come through with a $50 donation, man. She said, everybody sent 50, so I sent one. Salute to you, baby. Hey, that's crazy work. This man pull up to the court smoking a cig, man. So Diddy's lawyer says, what did Blue Flame do? Kaplan said, marketing for Ciroc. Diddy's lawyer said, who is Diageo? He said, they own Johnny Walker and others. Mr. Combs set up a marketing entity for Ciroc. What does all this have to do with the case? You're not even asking about anything. You're not asking about anything. He said, your job, what is it? He said, for example, Mr. Combs would say, we're going to leave the house. He meant 3 to 5 minutes. I had a checklist for the bags and toiletry. It was a bad look on me if something wasn't in there. Bro, Diddy got these people doing all this stuff for him. crazy word. Kid Cudi come to court smoking a cigarette and blue jeans, a leather jacket. Cudi come. This nigga get ready to tell everything, nigga. This nigga got the whole goddamn SWAT team around him. Man, he must be a star. He must be the star witness. He got more protection than Cassie. That nigga got more protection than Cassie. Bro, that's crazy, man. Diddy's lawyer out here asking non-starter questions. Diddy's lawyer says, is there a binder near you? I can't read that. He said it says Southern District. Diddy's lawyer said, I'm handing you something to refresh your memory. Take a look at it as long as you want to. So Diddy handed his lawyer, Diddy handed him something to look at. Diddy's lawyer. Talking about refresh your memory. Man, these people crazy as hell, man. Bro, Kid Cudi came to court smoking the shit. That nigga gonna go viral, bro. That nigga gonna gain about 1 million more subscribers because of that foolishness, man. This dude's a joke, bro. This man literally walked into court. He got, hey, bro, listen, they got more celebrity out there for him than they do for Diddy. Or not for Diddy, excuse me, for Cassie. That's crazy. Y'all finna see the RICO today. They say they ain't see the RICO. You gonna see it today. We already seen it. Everybody over here, we already seen it. We've been lining it up already. They finna show you. In case you wanted to shine somebody, they finna show you what it is. So I guess he's reading this binder. Right? I wonder what's in the binder. Oh man, bro. Crazy, bro. Bro, I literally can't believe. Bro, this is all Diddy fault. If Diddy wasn't out here beating up on people, bro, and shout out to Fanta Jacobs in the cash app with the donation. She said he ain't snitching. The bitch blew up his his ride. Yeah, you gotta be a low down mofo to blow up a nigga's car, man. Let's just tell the truth, man. You gotta be a low down scum of the earth to blow up somebody's car. Shout out to Chris John in the donation again. He said they passed him a note from Diddy saying, I know where you're. Well, man, come on, man. Bro, y'all is hilarious, bro. Bro, this man literally came into court, bro. Man, bro. Yeah, dog, you blow up somebody's car, man. That shit personal, man. That's personal, bro. You blew my car up, bro? Yeah, that shit personal, bro. You ain't be blowing my car up and shit, man. Not like that. Not on duty. Not on duty. You not gonna be blowing my car up, nigga. That ain't finna happen. That's not finna happen at all. Blowing my car up. Crazy, these people, man. Crazy. Man. Hey friends, I love fun. You stuck to the code. All right, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Man, bro. And they gonna call a man a snitch, man. A man blew the man's car, man in the streets like that, man. He ain't no, he not no gangster. That's what happens when you start messing with common people, bro. Kid Cudi is not no gangster. Nobody has ever said that he's a gangster rapper. He's a street nigga. Nobody's ever said any of these things. So how these people is calling this dude a rat? Man, this dude is an everyday citizen, man. And this type of stuff that you got Diddy working on, which is crazy work. Crazy work. Right? Unbelievable stuff, man. This Kid Cudi stuff, man. He don't lit the courthouse up. And I think it's crazy how they got like everybody going out and coming in that one entrance. Uh, they make that dramatic by the way they have them coming in the court. They don't have you going in no secret door, none of that stuff. You coming right there in the front of the courthouse. So Diddy's lawyer asked Mr. Kaplan, he said, you ran an off-site training, a graduate from Harvard Business School, also Kenny Burns. He says, I remember. He says, you were effective, right? He said, I work hard. Diddy's lawyer said, I don't know how you'll answer. Was it good or bad? He said, complicated. I don't know what Diddy's lawyers are talking about, but they wasting people's time, man. They definitely here wasting people's time, bro. Man, just go ahead and sit down, man. Diddy's lawyers just need to go ahead and sit down somewhere, bro. Straight up. Shout out to Thomas Wilson in the Cash App with a donation. Salute to you, brother. And he said, yeah, definitely. I got you. Appreciate it, dog. Appreciate you for the donation, man. Salute to everybody that's tapped in, man. Bro, the band came in blue jeans, some tight ass blue jeans, a leather jacket, a t-shirt, smoking a cigarette. All right, you guys. Salute to everybody tapping on in. They're doing redirect on George Kaplan. There's witness. And today, I told you guys, it's going to be a very eventful and a very, very, very eventful day in court.
They wanted. That was what part. It was part of the hip hop culture. We ain't see nothing wrong with it until Bill Cosby got in trouble. He did one too many. Man, look. I used to, let me tell you something, I don't mean to cut you, this funny. We used to be on the road, you'd be like, yo, let me go with my puff room, see what they doing. And you knock on Puff door, he'd be sitting there damn near butt naked. You ever just had a grown ass man answer his hotel door butt naked and they'd be like, come on in? You'd be like, I'll come back. You ever close your eyes, you be like, I guess you're not presentable. And then walk away, because see, what happens is, if they be like, come on in, and then you come on in, they be like, this man just came into my room, I'm sitting there butt ass naked, I told him to come on in, and he came on in. You be like, so what's going on for the day? Acting like you don't notice he there naked. You be like, bro, put some clothes on. What are you doing? Walk. I don't want to see you naked. Grown man stuff. Yo, that's kind of disrespectful. So when you get, that's called the test off. How you make sure you breaking in. Yo, call the artist up here to the room, tell him I'm going to have a meeting by my tub. He be in there by the tub and stuff, soaking and stuff. Butt ass naked. You be like, how the hell am I supposed to have a meeting with a nigga butt naked in the tub? Nah, man, I'll come back, man. Let me know when you presentable. That, and then freak off parties, man, listen. I'm not an angel. I ain't never did nothing morally incorrect, but I definitely not. The girls definitely have my share of pretty women and being famous. It just came with the life. But also what came with it was a lesson. Also what came with it was, you know what, you can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. And
that's what I be trying to tell y'all. That's the thing. That's the same way I feel about that nigga Diddy. You know what I mean? Right? And I'm just being honest with y'all. It is what it is. You know? It is what it is. But that need to be spoken of. Right? And so, yeah, man. Anyways, Diddy's lawyer asked him, he didn't need to yell at you when you brought 2 waters. Kaplan said, I work hard. Diddy's lawyer said, okay, who was Biggie? He said, a huge rapper who unfortunately passed away. He said, wasn't Biggie's birthday a holiday at Combs Enterprises? He said, yes. What are we talking about? Why are we talking about Biggie? What's going on? What the hell is Mark and Glypho? He's a clown, bro. He's a clown. These dudes is a joke, bro. Where is he talking about? Like, bro, what are you doing? Now you talking about, oh, Biggie's birthday was a celebration, this, that, and the third. No, talk about how the man said that Diddy treated him like shit. Talk about that. Why y'all didn't want to go against that? Talk about that. Talk about that. They don't want to talk about that. Talk about how the man said that y'all was treating the man like shit. Period. Crazy work. Crazy work. And we see what this is.
And still expect to find somebody to truly love you. That right there, those kind of parties kept me from finding somebody who really cared about me. And it took me to leave those kind of parties, those kind of people, all that energy alone, just to even better understand me. That's what I did. That's where I've been. That's why I totally vanished from everything and said, you know, I'm going to be a better man, a stronger man. And that's what I recommended that he do. I'd be like, bro, it's time for you to be a stronger, a bigger person. But he still wanted to remain minute. And that's what's happening to him today. See him.
Yeah, that's wild, man. Him opening up the door naked, man. That's weird behavior.
Yeah. Anytime a man's naked around you and they feel comfortable with being naked around you, you know what I'm saying? You be like, something ain't right, man. What do you know what I mean? You know I knocked on the door. You knew it was another dude at the door. Like when I knocked, you know what I'm saying? Then you can just go open the door, come on in. Walking with his butt out. You know, I just closed the door. I see you later, bro. I guess y'all not ready for the day. So that's weird behavior.
Yeah, that is weird, man. But I want to ask you about a rumor.
Man, that's crazy work, man. Crazy work. But so George Kaplan, y'all, who's on the stand, he basically is testifying about being Diddy's fixer, you know, and cleaning up after violence and all these other things, right? Now, basically, as I told you guys, the dude said that he took $50,000 on a private jet for Diddy, and he once picked up $10,000 at the Western Union on behalf of Combs Enterprises. You know, he said he didn't intervene in the beatings because of his career of Cassie and those other girls. Uh, you know, he said that he heard glass breaking on a private jet on a flight to Vegas in an incident that occurred on a private jet, and said that Diddy came and told him to get cream and to conceal the bruising on her face, saying he later paid for those supplies using corporate credit cards. You know what I'm saying? Talking about how he seen, you know, Diddy throwing things at Gina. Come on, apples. Come on, bro. It's crazy, bro. Then he talked about how he set up the rooms, right, for Diddy under a fake name. Packed his bag, set up the freak off rooms, picked up drugs for him. Bro, this is all inside the racketeering, man. All this is inside the racketeering, bro. And everybody talking about where the RICO at, man. I don't see the RICO, man. RICO's right there in front of your face. Point blank, period. Diddy's lawyer said, was it a creative environment? He said, absolutely. It attracted all kinds of creative people, lawyers, musicians, advertising people. He said, a few specific questions. You used a corporate credit card? He said, yes. He used a corporate credit card. Diddy says, how did Diddy pay? His lawyer said, how did Diddy pay? George Kaplan says, Christina Coram held his wallet with a black Amex in it. Now, Diddy's lawyer says, you have no reason to think he kept track of how baby oil was paid for. Kaplan said, no reason, or applesauce. Kaplan said he loves applesauce. Bro, these people crazy as hell, man. Unbelievable, man. Dog. Diddy's lawyers, man. Shout out to Inner City, man. Diddy's lawyers, bro. They doing this man a disservice, man. Because I wouldn't, listen, I mean, I ain't gonna say that. They taking his bread. They doing what any lawyer can have a client that make a lot of money where they know he guilty and they know he going to prison for the rest of his life. They just gonna milk him for whatever bread he got left. You know what I'm saying? Their families is gonna eat off Diddy for a long time. They ain't doing nothing but giving that man false hope. Talking about diversity. Okay, buddy. Straight up, man. This man got 10 lawyers. 10 lawyers to take a L. $10 lawyers for one man to take a L, y'all. Make it make sense. 10 lawyers for one man to take a L. And they in the courthouse talking about applesauce. Diddy's lawyers. Diddy's lawyers ain't talking about some, hey man, look, man, what you saying is lies, man. They ain't even talk, they not even saying what this guy's saying is lies about covering up crimes. So Diddy's lawyer says he loves it on cheeseburgers. Kaplan said he loves it on everything. So Diddy's lawyer says, let's talk about the plane. You heard glass breaking, but you didn't see it. He said, I didn't see it. The incident with Gina, you walk in the house, there's the thin table. He says, I don't know. Bro, something wrong with these guys, man. Oh, man. Bro, Diddy's lawyers ain't nothing but a bunch of weirdos, man. Let me see. Shout out to Justice in the Cash App with the donation. Salute to you. I appreciate it. If y'all haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Share the video and like this video, y'all. I appreciate everybody that's tapped in. Let me see something here. Yeah, man. If y'all haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel, man. Salute to all the people who are a part of the channel, man. I appreciate all of y'all. If y'all ain't subscribed, make sure y'all do subscribe. Appreciate it. Straight up. Hold on, y'all. Diddy's lawyers ain't doing nothing but wasting people's time, man. Diddy's lawyers say, you don't remember how a person could get out of the gate at 2-Star Island? He says, no, I just heard screaming and commotion. Diddy's lawyer says, screams of terror, or how can I open this gate? He says, I don't know how to distinguish between the two. It's crazy work, man. We wasting our time. We in a criminal trial, and Diddy's lawyers wasting our time. They ain't denying what this guy's saying. They're not calling none of these guys liars. That they covered up crimes and did all of these things. They're not calling any of these guys liars. Think about this. Crazy. If Diddy was running this off on street cats, I wouldn't even really pretty much say that. I'd be like, okay, man, at least in the streets. Man, this dude pulling this thing off on everyday citizens, man. What an asshole. Shout out to Jimmy in the Cash App with the donation. He says Diddy serves that God of money and fame. You already know. You already know. He's an absolute straight demon. There ain't no other way around it. He's a demon.
Is it true that Diddy, he got Wendy Williams fired?
Did Diddy get Wendy Williams fired? Yeah, he sure did. And then what happened? It was I did the Wendy Williams show. Yeah, when I if I remember this story right, Wendy Williams she was saying a whole bunch of stuff about Puff that y'all talking about right now. In fact, Wendy Williams was the first one to expose Puff. And the things that she was saying about Puff, the allegations, he was denying them. But Wendy was in the way saying she knew him. So the more and the more she kept talking about it, the more and more he used his power to get her fired. And then she wasn't supposed to say his name out her mouth again unless she was doing an interview or something like that she could speak on him. So when I went to do the interview, she was really happy to have me on the show because she had a chance to talk about him again.
Crazy work, man. Crazy work, y'all. So Diddy's lawyer says he threatened your jobs, but did he physically threaten you? Kaplan said no. He said, you talked about Kim Porter. How was she different? He said his respect for her. They had incredible kids. Diddy's lawyer says, thank you, and that's it. How do you respect Kim Porter? You beat her ass too. If I was the government, I'd redirect and ask him, well, did you see Diddy ever abuse Kim Porter? That would be my redirect. Did you ever see him abuse Kim Porter? Right? Oh, so he didn't love and care about Cassie, right? It's gonna make him even look worse. It's gonna make him look even worse. I'm telling y'all this. Yeah, so salute everybody tapping on in. Let's see if they do redirect on this guy, man. I wonder if they're gonna do redirect on him. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out if they're gonna do redirect. Hold on, you guys. Let's find out. All right.
La aplicación se llama Psíquico.
All right. Hold on, my bad. Let me see something. Yeah, man. It's crazy, bro. Yeah. Yeah, let's see what he do and if he does redirect. Hold on. Which means recross examination. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. So the man everybody's waiting for is Kid Cudi. That's who everybody's waiting on, y'all. It's Kid Cudi. Man, bro. He's saying that stuff in front of Diddy, man. That dude probably ready to cry. That dude had to get from around Diddy to save his dignity, man. All those people quit. Notice this now. They showing y'all a pattern. All those people, they quit. It was like, man, I can't do this. Diddy got all these people that's working in corporate entities doing criminal activities, bro. Going to buy drugs, all that other stuff. That's RICO right there. Going across state lines, all these other things. Bro, it's insane. And notice how they continue to put Gina in the mix. They not playing with Gina. They say, yeah, we're going to put Gina all the way in the mix. Which makes me think they're going to pull Gina up there and make her testify to what happened. You better believe they're going to jam Gina up. She don't go up there and tell the truth. Because they're going to be like, girl, you ain't finna try to come up here and mess up our case. Ain't no way. And Diddy's lawyers know they cannot get her to change her testimony. The only thing they can try to get her to do is be in contempt of court and go to jail for Diddy. That's it. And here's the funny part. Gina still ain't going to be. What you going to do with Diddy's in jail? They take all his assets. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? We got to ask that. Right? Do we get any redirect? When they said like this, they said, oh, well, they trying to make Diddy seem like he a good person. Then they tearing Diddy ass up on social media. Talking about some, he, yeah, you know, he is respect for Kim. Respect. He beat Kim up too. Everybody online talking about that. Hey, respect for Kim. Man, cut it out. Crazy work. Oh, hold on. He's still talking to him? Oh, he's still talking to him. He says, when you set up the hotel room for Diddy and Kim, was there no baby oil, right? He says, nah, it was lotions. It was lotions for Kim. They're trying to say, hey, he didn't freak off with Kim. Giannis, salute to you for the donation. He says, from day number one, you've been on it. All about the PPW. For real, for real. Salute, homie. Shout out to MS with the donation as well. He says, Diddy's intentions were never about advancing his artist career in music. He's a master manipulator, con artist, fake, phony, and fraud. Man. Bruh. Shout out to Portland Reed. in the Cash App with a donation. He says that you're better than the mainstream media. Man, salute. The mainstream media, a lot of them people is bought and paid for. So you're going to hear certain reactions from them about certain things because they're bought and paid for. When you bought and paid for, you're controlled. You know what I'm saying? To put out certain information, that's what happens. You put out cap. You know what I mean? So this man said, Diddy's lawyer asked him about the hotel rooms. He says, hey, when you did the hotel rooms for Kim Porter, Diddy, was there no baby oil? He said, no, it was lotions. He said, you expressed caution about hotels. He says, why you cleaned the rooms afterwards? He said, hotel staff can sell photos. Everyone wants a payday. Right? Man, at this time, the government got to call Al B. Sure. If I was the government, I'd call Al B. Sure. You want to keep trying to talk about Kim Porter? Okay, I'll call Al B. Sure. If I'm the government, that's what I'm doing. Hey, y'all smash a like. We should have over 4,000 likes. I'm telling y'all this right now off GP. And I'm standing on that. All right, you guys. Diddy's lawyers out here capping. They capping. Mm-hmm. Talking about something. Yeah, he had respect for Kim Porter, didn't he? Got out of here. Talking about he had respect for Kim Porter.
Yeah, that's what happened. She was telling about all of these freaky parties and all of that, all of the male-male relationships, and talking about the people in those high powers and what they're doing to these little boys like that, giving them record labels. They're giving these little boys, every boy they was giving, bad boy, gave him a record label. Bad boy. Bad boy, get out of here. So Wendy been telling them kind of stories. It was like, damn, she putting out too much information. See, this was before, it's been, these kind of things could have been going on forever. From the start, from the beginning of the money, as soon as the check was signed over, what did you have to do? I had to get touched in the booty. That's not good. you know, but some people is like that. They got that in every walk of life, not just in the music industry. They got police officers is even doing it in the police station now.
Right. But I want to ask you, right? How did Diddy act around females?
Insecure. Like, he act like Like he was the prize in the loaf of Wonder Bread. You know, he's like, you know, if you very insecure, he's very don't want to see her talking to no, but don't talk to no. You know, it's almost like, you know how they got a saying called "if she winks, she'll." If he catch you winking, he catch that girl winking, he's offended. Because if you wink, you. But how could somebody be? See, certain girls he must have been selfish about, and some females he wasn't as selfish about them as others. Because if he really liked to see people have sex with his girl, then why would he be upset about somebody trying to talk to his girl?
Crazy work, man. Crazy work, bro.
So I guess there was a difference between the women that he thought was his, that you can't touch, versus the women that he felt was just the ones you freak off with. Like, did he freak off with Kim Porter? I probably doubt that he would. Did he freak off with Sarah? I highly doubt he would do that. Those would be a different kind of caliber relationship. Did he freak off with Cassie? Yeah, he did that. Why? Because he didn't have as much respect maybe for her that he had for the other females. So even around people, period, like he'd get upset, throw tantrums. This powerful. It's like, don't look at nobody, don't talk to nobody. You just sit here. You know, that's it. Like, you have a girl sitting in the man. Look, I used to go to his lounge. He used to have a lounge with a pool table and stuff in it, and kitchen and all this. And daddy house. So I go to the lounge. I'm in there shooting pool. He have a girl that he done had.
Man, they trying to get sympathy for this nigga in court. Diddy's lawyers trying to get sympathy. But look at this shit, man. You sent him a photo of him and Kim Porter? He says, after she died, I was heartbroken for him. He said, were you close? He said, I invited him to my wedding. I didn't hear back. He says, objection. Diddy's lawyer said objection. He got the answer he didn't even expect. See, he shitted on him right there in front of his face. Diddy's lawyer got cooked. He got cooked. Kaplan cooked his ass just then. Kaplan set him up and cooked his ass. He said, Diddy's lawyer said, oh, will you send him a photo of him and Kim Porter? And he says, yeah, after she died, I was heartbroken for him. Diddy's lawyer said, oh, you were close? He said, I invited him to my wedding, but I didn't hear back. Diddy's lawyer said, objection. And they say he looked surprised when he said that. He got his ass cooked, nigga. Diddy says, you respected him? His lawyer says, you respected him? He said, yeah, I did respect him. Yeah, he cooked your ass. His lawyer said, what is this a photo of? He says, me, Christina Coram, and Diddy at Teterboro Airport. He just got off the jet. That's why there's champagne. Diddy's lawyer says, are you're happy right there? He said, no, refresh it. It was that I was glad I had found the mascara in the back seat. Got him. He cooking his ass. That's when they got off that jet from beating Cassie. He cooked his ass. He was like, nah. He said, it's that I was glad I had found the mascara in the back seat. Man, Diddy's lawyer is a damn idiot. He got mad and called an objection. Looked surprised. They say he looked surprised as hell. Shot in the inner city. When that man said that man, he invited Diddy to his wedding, didn't even hear back. This man doing all that work for Diddy. He invited Diddy to his wedding. And I told y'all, didn't I tell y'all, these people probably all married by now, got kids, all this stuff. Shout out to Mayon's Treasure Fund. Salute to you. And the PayPal with a donation, I appreciate you. Salute to you. Salute to you. Right? Cooked his ass. Cooked his ass. Cooked his ass. This is crazy work, man. Diddy's lawyers got caught in their shit, bro. No question about it. Salute everybody. All y'all that's coming in here. Crazy work. Diddy's lawyers are disgusting, bro. His lawyers are disgusting, brother. So Diddy's lawyer said they found you and subpoenaed you. Kaplan said I had to retain counsel right away. Diddy's lawyer says no further questions. The judge says redirect. The government said, what incident shook you? He said the plane with Cassie and the apples with Gina. He said, I felt guilty. I didn't do anything after the incident with Cassie on the plane. The government said, but you didn't see any of the injuries? He says people can be injured without injuries being visible. The tonality and tension with the apples he threw at Gina, it was troubling. So he basically saying that Diddy was beaming them things at Gina, those apples and stuff like that. The government says, you told Christina Coram about both incidents? He said, yes, and I told her I'm unwilling to stand behind the behavior and that I was quitting. He said, the government says, did Christina Coram say she would quit too? He said, nope. The government said, how long did she stay after you told her? He said, until recently. Christina Coram's got to be snitching. She just now quit? Until recently? Yeah, she got to be snitching. She got to be snitching, bro. That's a bombshell right there. She have to be snitching. That is a bombshell. He said she was there until recently. Yeah, that's a bombshell, y'all. She got to be snitching, bro. If she just recently quit, that's because she held on as long as she could, in my opinion. And they hit her with all that pressure. I'm telling you right now, this dude said he had morals, man. I'm telling you, bro. Diddy destroyed himself. You out here treating people like shit, beating people up. You got people working regular jobs. You got them out here doing all this foolishness and stuff like this, criminal activity. People ain't trying to be around all that. Then you're threatening them, got them scared. Dudes coming into court crying and stuff, messing around with you. It's a disgrace. Absolute disgrace. They need to go ahead and start working on, that's why Diddy hired that dude. They allegedly hired some dude to try to help save his assets from the government seizure. Ain't gonna happen. They're gonna get that shit from all them people. That dude ain't gonna have no money left, man. No companies, no money, no nothing. All because of stupid decisions. And this is why you tell the youth, don't do dumb shit, man. Do not get in a position like Diddy and start beating up on women, beating up on people, mistreating people. The shit gonna come back and backfire on you. Because karma's a mother. Karma is a mother. Karma's a mother. Straight up. Absolute disgraceful behavior, man. And Diddy ain't doing nothing but getting back what he sold into people, which was whoopings, beatings. Absolutely disgraceful and disgusting behavior, man. Straight up. Y'all see what it is. Hold on, y'all. Hold on one second. Hold on, y'all. Trying to see something. All right, y'all. I'll be everybody. Y'all come to my other video. We get ready to do the. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second, you guys. Let me give y'all 1 second, y'all. Salute to everybody that's in here. Y'all share the video, like this video as y'all come on in here. I appreciate everybody that's in the building right now. Y'all come on in here. And I'm finna tell y'all something, man. Hold on. Let me put this in here for y'all. I'll put this in here for y'all. This what I put in the comment section. I want y'all to click this link right here because I'm going live right now on the Kid Cudi testimony on my other stream. So make sure that you guys click that link. It's in the chat room right now. It says it right there on the screen. It says click here. I'm going live here now. Kid Cudi is about to get on the stand. All right. So basically, they asked this guy right here, Mr. Kaplan. They asked him. They says, So yeah, that was the end of his testimony. All right. So we'll be back. Just go to my video right now. I'm going in there live. All right, you guys. So we appreciate everybody.